Moose Watch! Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and as the pre-intro has indicated, this is Moose Watch, and we are covering the departure of Colson Gengenbach, who is going to Vimmerby HC to play in the Allsvenskan League, which is the second best ranked league in Sweden, according to Hockey Worldwide, which is a great resource. You should definitely check them out. They cover all types of international signings. You should take a look at that. But yes, they have a global ranking, and Allsvenskan finished 10th in the entire world and second in Sweden, second only to the SHL, of course. So in terms of output for Colson Gengenbach, he had an interesting road to the NHL, or to the AHL, shall I say, and not one that I've seen traveled often. He came through the Canada U Sports League, and if you're not familiar with what U Sports is, that is basically the Canadian version of the NCAA. It is much, much lower in terms of official ranking, in terms of skill and quality. However, it is still a very respectable league. That is the league that, if you are a local of for the Winnipeg Jets, that's the league that the University of Manitoba Bisons play out of. The University of Winnipeg does not have a team, but the Bisons do. Their team plays in that league. He played for a team called the Calgary Dinos, which is an amazing name, a phenomenal name. Honestly, it gives the Calgary Flames a run for their money in terms of how cool of a name it is. I'm not gonna lie. Gengenbach played multiple seasons with the Dinos and had pretty strong seasons, mostly about a point per game as a forward. His final season, he had 26 points in 25 games, or the other way around. Completely fine. On the Moose, he didn't really get anything above fourth line minutes. He played 8 games, finished with a -4, recorded no points, unfortunately. But it is interesting that he has been scouted by an overseas Swedish team. Now, this comes from an article that originally came out as a rumor. This came out as a rumor back in June 24th. We're reporting it right now on June 25th. We're just waiting for it to be confirmed because, that's journalistic integrity right there. The article I read, granted, I did have to translate from Swedish, so there might be a little bit of mispronunciation and points, shall we say. Basically said how Vimmerby was looking for resources across the Atlantic Ocean in North America. Now, they signed a guy who... they signed an American defenseman, I believe, not too long ago. And the source named Colson Gengenbach outright as a man who could help them with offensive scoring. Now, granted, he didn't get any with the Manitoba Moose, but obviously I think they would use him in a larger role. I'm very curious to see if this turns true. It feels like it should, because the outlet was tailor-made for Vimmerby, and there's no reason you don't bring up a random name like this just to say it. There's got to be something there. So when there is, this video will come up. If this is before the free agent frenzy, don't forget to check out the free agent signings that we're going to cover on July, and the draft, because this is happening 2 days before the draft. If it's after, don't forget to go back and watch all those videos that we did. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Go Jets, go. And we'll see you next time.
Nikolai Ehlers chips it through, gets around, and he shoots and scores!